Welcome back, everybody, to another installment of Manga Night here at Omnibros Live, part of the Omnibus Collectors Network. It's your boy Gio here from A Week in Geekdom, and I'm joined by the always awesome Riley, the Omnibus Collector. How you doing, buddy?
Doing well. Just surviving another snowpocalypse here in North Texas.
I saw that.
But everything's good, though. No one has any reason to worry, at least not yet.
Awesome.
Snow stopped. It was not that much. We're good to go.
As for me, this is the third stream this week. I've been on the all week on this channel, but tonight I'm very excited because I love talking about manga on this channel, and hopefully you guys are excited as well. Typically, at the start of every month, we take one of the manga nights to talk about all the books that are coming out in that month. Now, February, not a whole lot compared to other months. It's good for the wallet, but still kind of a bummer because I like it when we have like a massive list of books to go through. It's always fun to see when I'll finish the damn list live while we do the show. But before we get on to that, thank you to the chat for being here, and thank you to you guys watching wherever you may be. Thank you for supporting Omnibros Live. And of course, speaking of support, we got to give a shout out to our sponsor. That is, of course, InStockTrades.com, your home for all things collected editions, whether it be an omnibus, trade paperback, hardcover, or a manga, whatever it may be. When it comes to collected editions, you get it at InStockTrades.com, up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts stack on an extra 2% to that. If you order $50 or more in your collected editions order, you get free shipping. Fantastic customer service and wonderful packaging at InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibros Live here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. So shout out to them. Thank you to the chat. Lots of people on tonight. That's awesome. Ice Phoenix was first. Sorry, James, you were not first. You lose, buddy. Rose Gray. Oh, that emoji. I hope it's not too cold out there. WP Sam 52. We're here. I know you wanted to leave, but we're here. We made it.
You're trapped.
Forsaken V12. Deadpool Samurai should be interesting. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a bit. Let's see. Jeff, thank you. Here we are again. Yes, sir. Cheese guy. Oh, that's the improper emoji. Sorry. You're reacting to something else happening in the chat. Carly, thank you for joining. Everybody, welcome all. Riley, you haven't been on in a while, since last week. What have you been up to? Did you haul anything that you want to show everybody?
I actually did get a haul in, but they're like books that are going to be listed because they're new releases. So I figured I'd just show those as we go. I have been reading a lot, though. I started to, since I don't typically work, at least not a full day on Mondays, I've been challenging myself to try and whittle down my to-read pile by reading at least 10 books every Monday for the past couple Mondays.
Ooh, nice.
And two weeks ago, I read 14 books that night or that day. And then this Monday, I read 10. And my to-read pile is down to like 9 books at this point. And the reason it got stacked is because
you were away, right?
Yeah, I was out of town for 2 weeks, and it was like the beginning of the month, so like everything had come in, and I didn't have it like before I left. I had a to-read pile of like a few books, and then like all my packages came in while I was out, and so I came back, and then I had like 30 books to go, and I was like, God dang it!
How much of a serotonin boost was it when you arrived and you had dozens of boxes?
Well, I think it was like two large boxes, and it was a lot of fun. I was like, yeah, and then I was like, oh no, my to-read pile is crazy again. Because I keeping it down.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do 10 on a weekend, which is when I'm free. I can probably do 4 to 5, but I haven't really pushed myself to do that much. But that's still impressive.
I found that like the trick to doing it, so like I outlined this the first Monday that I did this, I outlined my process after I finished, and I talked about it on my TikTok because that's where I was like, I announced my challenge to myself there so that basically I'd be forced to keep myself accountable.
Yeah.
Um, and people, when I finished it, they were like, "How? Like, that's crazy." Because I also did a lot of stuff that day. And so I was like, basically, I woke up Monday morning and I made a mental list of all of the chores and like errands that I needed to get taken care of. And
Yeah.
told my wife, like, I'm going to get all of this stuff done this morning. And then I'm going to eat lunch. And then I'm going to start reading. And I have a goal to read at least 10 books. So I got all the stuff out of the way that I had to do. And after finishing that, I no longer have like a mental block, because what'll happen is, like, if I have things that I have to do, I'll sit down and I'll start reading and I'll be like, I can't concentrate because I know I have to clean the kitchen. I know I have to do the dishes. I know I have to do the laundry.
Yeah.
So I can't focus. So I got everything done. I made and ate my lunch, and then I started reading. And like, after the first book is really like the first hump where like it's like you switch into that mode of being completely engaged and not wanting to break away, basically. And after one book, I was just laser focused, and like every single time I finished something, especially if I finished it within like, because I was trying to finish each one with at least an hour so that I could finish by about 10 p.m. if I was going to read just 10 books. So
Yeah.
every time I finished something before my hour was up, it made me feel even better. And it gives, like you're saying, that serotonin boost. Like, I get that hit, and then I'm like, all right, next. And then I keep reading. A lot of people are like, how do you keep all these things, like the story, straight? How do you like actually engage in it and like absorb, like, are you actually absorbing it? And I'm like, yeah, like, if anything, if you're paying attention and like able to read a book in like 30 to 45 minutes and not get distracted, you're engaging in it even better than if you were to like read one chapter at a time, because you're fully immersed.
Hmm.
And I was just, I read like 60 something books regularly, like ongoing titles, both physically and digitally. um, so I was like, it's not really hard for me to keep up with 10 stories at a time.
Yeah.
I've trained myself over time, is what I've done.
I like that we're polar opposites because I'll watch like 24 different anime shows in one season weekly. So I totally understand that. And
Yeah, you
it's,
you get it from the anime side of things, because that's what everyone, like, whenever you're sharing, even today when you were talking about it in our chat and you were saying like, I
oh,
watched
yeah.
18 series, like everyone's reaction to how many shows you watch is always like, Jesus Christ. And I don't have the time for that, because like, you can read a volume of manga way faster than you could read or watch whatever the adaptation is.
Hmm.
Because usually a volume would be like, 3, 4 episodes.
Hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, so like I don't know how you have the time to do that, honestly.
Yeah. Fortunately, at work, they let me bring in my laptop, and since it's media, radio, and you get news, and when there's downtime, I'm just there with my laptop, and each lunch I'll watch 3 shows, and I'll
I
knock them out of the list.
I have a little TV next to, like, this is I'm on my laptop, and I have my second
I,
monitor is right here.
I remember that. Yeah.
And so I have a TV next to me, but I can't watch things that like I actually care about. Like, I told my wife, I just watch stupid like comedy movies and stuff to like kind of drown out any background noise, and it helps me to focus on my work.
There you go. Lazy bum. I was about to go ham on the Seven Deadly Sins singles, but the first Omnibus came out and Viz Sig size. Now I'm an Omnibro. Welcome to the club.
I debated like getting those because they're oversized.
They are, yeah, they are oversized.
Do I want to like try and sell my entire set of that series just to like upgrade it?
Maybe maybe it'll save, do you know if it'll save you space, shelf space?
I
Because
don't
if
know.
so, I would do it.
Maybe I should like buy the first one to experiment.
Yeah. You can do a comparison with the older one and the new one. People like that stuff. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, they do. They liked the time when I did the comparison of the old Shaman King with the new one.
Oh yes. So hauls. I showed my haul one day. I'm not gonna go get it again. Sorry, guys. If you watch this channel regularly, go back to Monday show, and I showed off a couple manga that I got. Basically, and I even posted my haul video for this month, for last month. It was a bunch of stuff from December that got lost in transit and finally arrived from Right Stuff, and pretty exciting. I am missing one book that did not ship, which was the new Gantz Omnibus, volume
8?
9, I think, 8.
I don't
Uh,
know. I'm not getting it.
those sell quick. Even though I pre-ordered that, it's still sold out really, really freaking fast. Out of everything else, and I think I read some stuff that's really popular. Others are a little bit more niche, but the stuff that's really popular, the Gantt stuff is immensely popular right now, and it sells quick. So I'm stuck waiting for a restock. Jeff says, "Did you sell lots after last night?" No, come on, man, nothing. I have one potential buyer. Not going to reveal names, but go back and watch yesterday's stream where I showed off a ton of books that I'm selling. If you're interested, none. Were there any manga? No, no manga. Mostly hardcovers and trades that I'm not going to read or store again on my collection. Gantz Omni 8 is still on IST. Well, I should have done that, but you know me. I made one big order and I got it with a couple Blu-rays from Right Stuff. My bad. Ice Phoenix, you guys hear about Kodansha only doing GTO digital? Disappointed again by them. It's only going to
Yeah,
be good.
it's for like the what 25th anniversary or something.
I think so. I saw a banner, but I didn't know. I thought they were going to do physical at a later point.
Yeah, it's
It's not.
I haven't heard anything about them doing a physical one. Personally, a lot of people ask me about that. Ask me what I thought, like if they would do physical, and I had to answer, unfortunately, that I don't think they will. Um, at least not anytime terribly soon, because they don't have a good track record for that. Like, if you look at the other titles that they've licensed, that were previously published, like Beck and Initial D, for instance,
Yeah.
it was a little while ago that they put those online, the digital versions of those, and they haven't moved on those at all. But I it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. Number one, and number two, it doesn't mean that another publisher can't do the physical editions.
Yeah, like
So
with
Tokyo
Tokyo
Revengers
Revengers. Yeah.
style, yeah. I mean, there are other examples too, like Yen Press is the digital publisher for Full Metal Alchemist, for instance. Um, so like, yeah, if like Seven Seas or Yen Press or whomever decides like, oh, we're gonna acquire the physical license for GTO, that'd be great. Um, Yeah, I really wish that Initial D would get reprinted because I love Initial D, but I don't have the manga. And like people ask me all the time, if I have it and I don't, and the reason why I don't feel like trying to track it down is because it's so expensive at this point, and if it
Mhm.
like it's not complete, and if it ever did get completed, it would probably be alongside a publisher publishing the whole thing again. So I'm like, there's no point. I'm not gonna waste my money.
Yeah. The Attack on Titan Omnis are also oversized and sexy. That's very important.
What are the other I think Noragami and Number 6 are both getting the same treatment from Kodansha.
Yep.
So I think they're
And there was something else that was announced getting an omnibus treatment, but I can't remember what it was.
is it Fire Force?
Fire Force. There you go.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah. Fire Force and Noragami, I think I'm going to get. Fire Force, I honestly, I was collecting the manga, but I prefer watching it instead of reading it.
Yeah.
So I'll continue getting the Blu-rays for that. But Noragami, I'm interested.
Yeah, I don't have Noragami and I don't have number 6 because I think number 6 was also announced for that format. And if that's correct, I'll be getting both of those because I don't have them yet. And maybe that's how I'll like figure out if I want to upgrade stuff like Seven Deadly Sins and Fire Force when that happens.
Yeah. I'm looking ahead. My master has no tail. I'm excited for that. But that's not getting an omnibus. Go Go Loser Ranger. That's not getting an omnibus, but I'm still excited. I think that was it. PTSD Radio. Yeah, mostly just single editions, normal sized. No longer humans going to get an omnibus edition, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was it. Speaking of, I do have the latest Seven Seas announcements. We can go over that. Just 3 books, but one I'm really excited for, like extremely excited for. Let me share the least exciting one first. How to build up the suspense. We're gonna do this one. 'Cause I don't know what the heck this is. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys.
Human our torsos align. Human Monster Love manga omnibus.
So Seven Seas announced this yesterday. This manga collection of stories about beastly love is from the
Doesn't
point of
sound
view of the devourers and the devoured. Mermaids bring luck, but drag you into the depths. A woman's bird-like rescuer expresses his love in a language she doesn't understand. An extraterrestrial angel with no limbs learns to feel. Enjoy these tales of monstrous and at times haunting romance in this beautifully illustrated collection that's sure to thrill. Our torsos will be released for the first time in North America in December 2022 for $25 in a large trim omnibus edition that contains both volumes of the series.
You know, I'd be honestly tempted because it's just a single volume, and
Yeah.
it might be something that's like weird enough to be really entertaining. But I really don't like the phrase "stories about beastly love."
That's what I'm looking for. I'm trying to see if I can find some images, if it's like etchy mixed with drama, or if it's just a like a clickbait thing. But because the description actually sounds cool, like the mermaid stuff and the angel alien thing. I'm interested. I just want to see what type of book it is. From creator Mad K? Mad K? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see any art from it.
Mad K. Mad K.
I think that's the creator is Ryo Sumiyoshi. Mad K is another series that they did.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
Doing
there's like no artwork of this series. Like if when I go to Google at least.
I googled the name and Kang the Conqueror showed up. I don't know what that means, but apparently Kang is into monster love manga. Uh,
All right, what's the
anyway,
second announcement?
the next one, Seven Seas is licensing Milk Morinaga's My Cute Little Kitten Yuri manga series. Um Written by Milk Morinaga, prolific creator of the beloved Girl's Friends. Rena and Yuna have been roommates in school and decided to rent a place together after graduation. They've lived together as friends for 5 years, but things suddenly change the day Yuna adopts a kitten, even though their apartment doesn't allow pets. When Yuna says she wants to move somewhere, what that will allow them to keep the kitten, Rena admits her true feelings. She wants to be more than friends. Yuna isn't sure how to reciprocate, but she's game to try. Basically, a romance Yuri story, guys. First volume comes out in December 2022 for $14. Not for me. So the one that I'm super excited about. Not that there's anything wrong if you guys enjoy Yuri stories. Um, I didn't technically call it, but I mentioned it. I'm gonna say like 3 months ago when we did a video on unlicensed excuse me, unlicensed manga that we want to see licensed in North America. And we're finally getting Kemono Jihen. I'm so excited for this. This is from Sho Aimoto. It is about this detective called Inugami who specializes in the occult. One day, answering a call to a remote village leads him to Dorotabo, a peculiar boy nicknamed after a yokai that haunts muddy rice paddies. The boy has no parents and is somewhat unnerving, emitting a foul odor that draws the ear of those around him. Inugami, however, quickly realizes that there's something more monstrous about Dorotabo than just his nickname, a fact proven when the two of them investigate an inhuman creature attacking local livestock. Perhaps Inugami can take this mistreated boy under his wing and train him to face the secret supernatural beast hidden in the world using the eerie powers of his own body. Don't miss this action packed shonen series. The first volume comes out in August 2022 in single volume editions. I'm super excited. I really enjoy what I've read of the manga, and I watched the anime adaptation last year, and it was a lot of fun. It has that shonen feel to it, mixed with urban legends and folklore and yokai, and I am all up for that.
It's from the Jump Square magazine, so it's published alongside Blue Exorcist, Twin Star Exorcists, Seraph at the End,
Mm-hmm.
Moriarty the Patriot. So a lot of series that are already available in English. It's been going on for a little bit. It has 15 volumes right now, so I'm hoping that they give it a pretty decently paced schedule as far as release goes, so that we can catch up within a
Mm-hmm.
couple 3 years, something like that. I don't know it. Whatever it is, I'm looking forward to it. Whenever you really enjoy something, especially if it's a shonen, generally I enjoy it as well.
Yay. I really do recommend it. It's a lot of fun. Uh, Basically, a lot of the chapters are like cases of the week involving monsters and yokai, but there's enough ongoing mysteries because eventually they move on to Tokyo or whatever. And Inugami has this detective agency, like I said earlier in the synopsis, and there are more kids working there, and you get to learn about them and all their problems and powers and all that stuff. Really fun. Um, yeah. So, what are you guys chatting about in the chat? That's redundant, I know. Um, oh, we do have some questions before we move on to the next segment. So yeah, get Kemono Jihen. Watch the anime. You can watch it on Funimation, and if you like it, join us when we get the manga because I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna spam the hell out of it on my channel. Um, I got a question here from Sheik. 7 season announcements are always like one big yay followed by five meh. Yeah.
It's getting better. Like I literally earlier, I don't remember what chat it was because I'm part of so many, but I said something like, man, Seven Seas is finally like getting the like earning money, like the fruits of their labors of publishing all those like isekai and lewd manga is finally paying off because they're starting to publish or license bigger things, more
Bigger
exciting
thing.
things. Like I just they're finally making enough money that they can afford the license.
Branch out and get the heavy hitters.
Yeah,
Does
yeah,
human monster love? I'm not too sure, Lazy Bum.
that's my that was my first thought as well.
Blue Sonic. Hey guys, I'm new to manga. Welcome. And I like cyberpunk, so I picked up Battle Angel Alita. Nice. Do you have any cyberpunk themed recommendations I should try? The chat already came through, man. These are all gems. Ghost in the Shell, Appleseed, Akira, No Guns Life, Biomega, all excellent choices. Blame or Blam or however you say that. Dominion, Gantz. Yeah, Gantz has that cyberpunk feel to it. I'm by the way, fun fact, I'm at the Okinawa arc on Gantz for the first time, and that just messed me up. I was not expecting any of that to happen.
I'm
I
trying
was not
to
expecting to see yokai in a not safe for work environment. I'll just say that much.
I think I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but I think I know.
I read a lot of Gegege no Kitaro, and to go from that, which is really wholesome and nice for all ages, to go into Gantz and what happens there, I'm like, okay, we're doing this. Yikes. Um, we'll get to more questions in a second. Right stuff. You guys know that I use their list to show off in the show. We used to do. I used to download all the pictures, but we got claimed ones. I don't want to. I don't want to get a repeat of that. I should say. So we're going to share the right stuff list of pre-orders, and it's already missing 1 week because it's all in stock at the moment. But I got it here from previews, so fear not. Let me go to previews. So this is the other section of stuff that came out this week.
All
You
right.
can highlight a few here. Black Clover, Volume 28. I'm pretty sure you got that one.
Yeah.
That cover looks straight up Seraph of the End.
Yes, the green and black. Absolutely. This
Awesome.
is a good volume too. There's a lot of action.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So you got that. Chainsaw Man, Volume 9. Did you get that?
This one was a fantastic volume because like Volume 8 had just pretty significant storyline beats and stuff happening, and 9 was like the crew recovering from what happened there, and then it goes straight into some just batshit action. It's very obvious, there's 2 more volumes left after 9. It ended with 11 before going into a second part eventually, but it's very clear that it's going into its climax at that point.
Yep. You did not get this. Dance in Vampire Bund, Age of Scarlet Order, Volume 5.
You are correct.
However, I got you, fam. I don't have that volume, but I do have a review for Volume 1 if you want to check it out, because I was sent a review copy a long time ago.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So you want to check that out? Go to my channel. We can geek them. Next up, Dr. Stone, Volume 20. I literally ordered that book today, so I don't have it with me.
Another good one. Another good volume. They're, kind of in another arc at this point in the Americas. A lot of exciting stuff going on.
Out of all the Shonen Jump stuff that I'm reading, Dr. Stone is still my favorite. I love that. What else is here? Interspecies Reviewers, Volume 6. I got that, but it hasn't arrived yet. I'll show it off eventually, I guess. I don't know. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind hardcover Volume 3. Pretty sure you got that.
Get it, but I've left that one. It's up on the shelf.
Nice.
But I did get it. I do have that one. Oh, there's JJK.
Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 14. That's a great cover.
Super action packed. Yeah, this is a cool cover. But this one was a ton of action. Like this one I read so quickly because it was so action packed. It just drew me right through. Awesome volume. Like just steeped right in the middle of the Shibuya incident at this point.
Nice. How about King's Beast Volume 5, Night of Ice Volume 9, Laughing Under the Clouds Volume 6. None of us got these books. Lovesick Ellie Volume 2. Multi-Mind Mayhem Volume 2, Isekai Tensei Sodoki. Muscles Are Better Than Magic Volume 4. This looks like the Great Value version of Mashal. I'll be honest.
Oh, sorry. I was like, oh, is it Mashal? I do have that.
No, sorry.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Orient. We were just talking about that earlier in the day.
I don't have that book yet.
I want to like it. I was gonna read. I was gonna read it, but the anime started, so I decided to watch it instead, and I can't. It's so uninteresting to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I like I'm on the verge of dropping it. And usually I drop things after like 3 volumes, but sometimes I have this like hope. I'm like I can see possible quality
Hmm.
coming in this and I feel bad because like I want to keep going.
Yeah.
Let's see, Seraph of the End.
Seraph
Yeah,
of the End, Volume 23. Show that off. Nice. That's a cool cover. I like that.
I started reading this one a month or something ago. I'm not caught up, but like it's I think it's a really cool concept to the series.
How about We Never Learn, Volume 20? You get that? That's part of the Viz stuff. There
One
we
more
go.
volume. 21 is the last one, so this one's almost done now.
Nice. I have not read it, but I did watch the show, and I dug it. It was cute. Yona of the Dawn, Volume 34, and I recently got Volume 4. So I am super behind on that, and like half of the show, half of the manga, sorry, is out of print. So yay me. Okay, so that was the first week, or this week, I should say. I got a couple questions here. Any reviews on the Seven Deadly Sins? Looking at the Omnibus. I have not read that series, but people do like it more than the anime,
Yeah, I know the anime got a lot of.
especially season 3. That was a disaster. Um, do you think Seven Seas has to take on some other questionable series as a part of an agreement? I just think they like licensing that stuff because they know it sells. Sex sells,
I think
and they have 4 imprints of manga. That's insane.
it's because like licensing, you have to pay for the license, right? I think that certain things are cheaper to license, and that's they basically when I in the past had said stuff about shotgun licensing, it's like it's more like throwing a net, like fishing with a net and pulling up a bunch of stuff, and you pull up a bunch that's like easy to grab because it's cheap and like they wind up just throwing them all out there and they sell like their price points are high, like $13 for a standard sized volume. And their production value is not it's not like it's much better than any other publisher. So
Yeah.
the volumes are typically smaller, stuff like that. So they're basically I think for years have been trying to, as an independent manga publisher, make a lot of money so that they could eventually this is my opinion. Like I think that they were doing this to make a lot of money so that they could start licensing bigger things. And now they're finally like it's been few and far between before where it's like every once in a while there's a cool thing like the classic hardcovers that they do and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And now it's like every month there's been at least a few things that I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to get that. I want to get that. I want to get that. So I think they've earned enough money now from all of those other cheaper licenses that they can start affording bigger things.
Yeah, and they plan on announcing stuff every month. So that's at least minimum 12 books, maximum I don't know how many. But every month they do what, like 8 or 10 license announcements. It's insane. And like I said, they got 4 imprints. They got the main one, they got Goat Ship, uh Airship, and another ship. A lot of ships. One is for mature titles. The other one's for Yuri, not Yuri, Shoujo. Sorry, Shoujo. The other one's light novels, and the main imprint is just regular manga. Tolga bought Decadence Complete on Blu-ray. I hope it's good, Gio. I absolutely loved it. It was one of my favorite shows of 2020. It's an original anime, and I think it's getting a manga adaptation, or it already released in Japan. I loved it so much. Fantastic action-packed series. Black Clover is so good. What a shame they barely make figures for it. But maybe when the anime comes back, they'll try and do more figurines and statues. Okay. Right stuff. Let's do this. We'll go back to a couple questions in a bit. All right, so this is the second week of this month. Can you see it, or do I need to zoom in a little bit more?
I'm a little bit in on there.
Okay. How about now? Let's check. That's good enough, I think.
Was the One Piece box set volume or part 4, One Piece box set 4, was that this month or last month?
Last month.
Oh, I was gonna like complain a little bit about that.
Oh, we'll get to that. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
It's not anything big. I just have a minor. It's actually good for me, actually, if anything.
So here are the books, the rest of the books. Cells at Work, Baby, Volume 3. Cells at Work, Baby. Or like Cells at Work, Baby, Volume 3. I'm Standing on a Million Lives, Volume 11. The Seven Deadly Sins manga box set with the first 7 volumes. That's interesting.
So I got that coming, and they've been doing the Omnis.
And the Omnis, yes. Lots of options for fans. You can't complain. You get 2 options. You can get the box sets, you can get the Omnibus. Combatants will be dispatched. I really enjoyed this. It's pretty funny. It's from the same creator of Konosuba. So if you like Konosuba, it's not as funny, but it's still silly and goofy enough that I enjoyed it. Days on Fez, Volume 4. In Another World with My Smartphone, Volume 4. I always wonder how he keeps using the smartphone. Doesn't he run out of battery?
Doesn't it not have signal?
Or signal? Yeah. Or maybe the magical system in that world fuels the cell phone and keeps the battery going. The Hero Life of a Self-Proclaimed Mediocre Demon, Volume 2 is coming out. Topu GP Volume 7. Deadpool Samurai Volume 1. A lot of people are interested in that one.
Yeah.
Nice little mashup of comics and manga right there. You're
I
going to pick that
ordered-
up, right?
Yeah, I ordered that one and Full Metal Alchemist today because they just recently turned available on Right Stuff.
Yeah.
And then I ordered Comey recently, and it's actually on the way to me right now.
There you go. Three recommendations right there. Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal is going to be up to volume 18, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And I think Deadpool Samurai, if I'm not mistaken, is only 2 volumes. So don't quote me on that. Just from what I looked into it, and that's all I could find was 2 volumes. And if that's the case, then that's good for people, who don't want to make a major commitment but are interested.
Yep. And all the Deadpool fans can add that to their collection.
I think that it's signature size. The trim size is larger.
Ooh.
I think
nice.
I saw someone with a copy of it, and it looked like it was a larger trim.
Comey Can Communicate, Volume 17. Seaside Stranger, Volume 2. Super X Heroes, or Super HX Heroes, whatever. Volume 5. Call of the Night. Was it Carly that mentioned the reading about? Let me go back a little bit. Sorry. No, it was not Carly. Sorry, it's because I saw a green avatar. Sorry. Not sure if anyone's been reading Call of the Night, but that's been my new favorite manga. I have not.
Well, I'm glad to hear good about it because I've been waiting to get volume 1. I have the rest of the volumes. Just volume 1 and needs to come back, and I think it's scheduled right now, estimated to come back in the next month or 2. So pretty soon we'll read it.
Is this about a vampire? Or
yes, and it is getting an anime adaptation soon.
Yeah. Hayate the Combat Butler, Volume 39. Jesus, this is still going. I had no idea.
I need to get that series at some point. I've been wanting to for like the longest time. I was going to mention with the superheroes, I think it's like the X is supposed to separate the H from the EROS because it's Eros, and it's like kind of a
this is a very perverted manga, by the way.
Yeah, it's lewd, so they're Eros.
It's a parody of Super Sentai with an ecchi twist. They did an anime and it was terrible, and it made me not want
Yay.
to read the manga either. So I don't recommend it.
Yay, terrible adaptations.
Yeah. Uh, 2.5 Dimensional Seduction Manga, Volume 1. Shaman King, Volume 7, Omnibus Edition, collecting 19, 20, and 21 inside.
They're getting close to finishing. That should finish, I believe, later this year.
Yeah. How Do We Relationship, Volume 5. Pokemon the Movie, Secrets of the Jungle, Another Beginning, manga. Okay, let's move on to the other page here. Oh, here we go. It's a lot of stuff. Alice in Bishonen Land, Volume 1. Lovesick Ellie, Volume 2. Perfect World, Volume 10. The Witch and the Beast, Volume 8. Peter Grill and the Philosopher's Stone, Volume 7. Skip and Loafer, Volume 3. Only the Flower Knows, Volume 1. Kaze-san and Yamada, Volume 2. Interesting. The Summer with You. We also have Keep Your Hands Off Azuken. Love that one. It's a great one. Reincarnated as a Dragon Hatchling, Volume 2. It's another isekai. Chasing After Aoi Koshiba, Volume 3. Came The Mirror and Other Tales from friend of the channel, Rumiko Takahashi. Golden Kamui, Volume 25. I was going to say another joke, but not. It's inappropriate.
I just ordered both of those today, if I'm not mistaken.
One of my favorites from last year. I love the anime. Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation, Volume 14. I still don't know if I'm going to collect the light novels or the manga, but I want to get one of the two. Probably the light novel. Does a hot elf live next door to you? Unfortunately, no. But here's Volume 3 if you want to check it out. The Faraway Paladin Omnibus. Speaking of omnis, here's another omnibus. The anime ended last month. I highly recommend it. It was a lot of fun. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, Volume 10. I Can't Believe I Slept With You, Volume 1.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. Blue Period. Here we go with another blue title. I haven't seen those today. Blue Period, Volume 6.
First blue sighting of the day.
Yeah. Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt, Volume 17. No Guns Life, Volume 12. Urusei Yatsura, Volume 13. And Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead, Volume 5.
I did order those last two.
Nice. I'm looking for Serious Love from Tokyo Pop. A Tale of the Secret Saint, Volume 2. Hiruru Kill Me, Volume 2. And Sayonara Football Farewell, My Dear Kramer, Volume 8.
I read Kiruru Kill Me Volume 1 on
How was
Monday.
it?
It was actually a lot of fun.
Mm.
The plot, basically, it's a dude who falls in love with a woman who turns out to be like an assassin. So his kind of kink, he hires her to kill him, and he kind of like gets a little bit off on that, like her trying to kill him. But
Okay.
he has a ton of money, and I think his like family runs a pharmaceutical company or something like that. I don't remember the exact specific of that, but he like pays to have himself, like anything that happens to him, he just gets put back together basically and gets healed. Um,
Okay.
and so she like over the first several chapters is getting really like upset because she's supposed to be like one of the best assassins in the world, but she cannot kill this guy. And she's like, why is this guy not dying? Like, why can I not get him? It's just it's funny, and it's got fun action and stuff like that. It's just a nice kind of like comedy that is not really a rom-com because the girl has no idea that the dude even has feelings, and
Yeah,
she like I think the pretense was he says like I'll reveal who I am after you kill me or something like that. So like she doesn't get to know that he hired her. It's
nice.
fun. It's a lot of fun. It's by the same creator that did the manga Pretty Face, if anyone
Hmm,
remembers that one. Uh, but I actually I recommend it. I think it's pretty fun.
cool. I like the font or the design of the volume. That looks cool.
Yeah. And her name is Kiruru. So it's the command like Kiruru
Oh, okay.
kill me.
You do kill
And
me.
but he calls her Kiru because he's like Kiru means to kill with a knife or something like that.
uh, Next up on the list, we got Restart After Growing Hungry. Uh, no volume, so I assume it's one and done.
Mhm.
The Rising of the Shield Hero, Volume 17. One of the better isekai, in my opinion. Semel Paris. I don't know how to pronounce that. Volume 2, but it looks fan servicey.
It does.
How do you pronounce that?
I don't
Semel
know. Is that
Paris?
a actual word or is it just
The hell's that? Semel Paris. Wait a
uh,
minute.
reproducing or breeding only once in a lifetime?
And how do you pronounce it? Come on, Google. Pronunciation.
Omnibros.
There you go.
The Melporus.
Semalparus, Volume 2. Okay. Learn something
So
new.
I guess that it's about people who only reproduce or breed once in a lifetime.
I'm pretty sure you're spot on. Let me read it real quick. I'm not gonna read it to everybody, but oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is by art from Jun Ogino. Yorino has learned the horrifying truth behind the kaiju, that every time she kills one, a human in her world dies. Instead of letting this discourage her, she's vowed to end the otherworldly threat once and for all. So that somebody's death means something, blah, 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 blah. But okay. So this is not about getting it on. Now I'm interested. Semel, how do you say it again? Semelparus?
Semelporus.
Okay, thank you. Let me read volume 1 just for the hell of it. Ever since they were young girls, best friends Yorino and Haruka have been training to become bastionnaires, soldiers who battle in a whaled area that protects humanity from the kaiju that are trying to break through. But when Haruka is killed during a routine exercise, Yorino must fight even harder to make sure she never loses someone close to her again. I want to check it out, but it does have a parental advisory, so I assume there are some naked people in it. Just a heads up. Anyway, moving on. She professed herself pupil of the wise man, volume 4. Oh, look at that! Yuna and the Haunted Hot Springs, volume 18. And man, you better get it because it's on
Getting
pre-order.
pretty close to that final volume. I think it ended with like 23 or something.
Yeah, I've watched the show. I still don't know if I want to grab the manga.
Nope, 24. It had 24 volumes.
The thing is, guys, I want to have a manga collection of a similar theme. I'm not getting everything, but I like the folklore stuff and the yokai and spirits and all that. And even though this is more of a rom com, etchy series, it still fits the bill. So I'm
Yeah.
interested. Um, Speaking of fitting the bill, Kegeki Shoujo Volume 4. I believe the fangirls talked about this one. One of the two, I don't know who it was, but one of them got Kageki Shoujo. Gambling Apocalypse Kaiji Volume 4. Look at that, Kaiji.
We'll
We'll,
see.
we'll see. Real Account Omnibus Volume 15 to 17. For $20, that's a good deal. Uh, what is this? Star Crossed Volume 4. Life Lessons with Uramichi Onisan, Volume 3. And that time I got reincarnated as a slime, Season 1, Part 1 manga box set. I highly recommend this. If you're interested in getting a box set, skip the Seven Deadly Sins and get this instead because this is one of my favorite isekai. Also coming out is the Seven Deadly Sins Omnibus Volume 2. With a dog and a cat every day is fun. Volume 6. Bakemonogatari, Volume 12. This is another series that I really need because the anime is super expensive, so I'd rather get the manga adaptation. Blood on the Tracks, Volume 8. Recommend that as well.
I would not be surprised if that gets pushed back a little bit, but excited for it whenever it comes out.
Yep. Flying Witch, Volume 10. Another great series. Highly recommend it. Man, I gifted that book to somebody and they didn't even care for it. I'm like, damn it. I keep giving books away to people that don't care. I should keep them. Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches Omnibus, volumes 25 and 26. So 2 and 1. Soul Eater, the Perfect Edition, volume 6. Cheeky Brat, volume 2. Cirque du Freak Omnibus, volume 5. Lots of Omnis this month. Here we have From the Red Fog, volume 1. Love at 14, volume 11. Love of Kill, volume 6. And Mama Akuma, volume 2. Here we have Reign of the Seven Spellblades, Spirits and Cat Ears, volume 10. And honestly, one of the most perplexing releases this month, the best of Attack on Titan in color, manga hardcover. I'm still baffled by this.
Like they just random chapters that
Yeah, makes
have
no sense.
cool scenes.
Just the cool scenes in color, right? Owns 6 of the most explosive chapters from Attack on Titan's 12-year run, selected by readers, editors, and creator Hajime Isayama himself, retouched and rendered in spectacular color. This collectible hardcover also includes the original, never completed draft of Attack on Titan Episode 1. Experience the moments, blah, 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 that defined your favorite characters, and then read all 54 pages of the Attack on Titan story that wasn't told. I don't know. You have to be a super fan, basically.
I guess so.
But even that, it has it here. Contains, it says episodes, but I assume they mean chapter. Episode 46, episode 81, 69, 126, 130, and episode 71, as well as the beginning, episode 1, the original sketches. And there will be a volume 2. This premium hardcover collects the first half of this unique project, as well as the original version of Attack on Titan. Blah, blah, blah. Volume 2 will include the next 6 chapters, as well as the never-before-seen pilot version of episode 2. The perfect gift for an Attack on Titan fan looking back at one of the most sweeping sagas in the history of comics. All right, settle down. I don't understand, but to each his own. If you dig it, cool. Monologue Woven for You, Volume 1 color.
I feel like it might be a book that gets remaindered out, and so like if I wanted it, I would wait for it to get really cheap.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to sell out anytime soon.
Wait for it at Ollie's or something.
In the chat, is anybody interested in that? Let us know. Puella, Maggie, Madoka Magica, Wraith Arc Volume 2. Sorry. That's complicated wording right there. The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. Volume 1.
You know what?
That is an amazing title.
I'm going to get that one, I think.
And just for the hell of it, man.
I've been hearing a lot of good stuff because it's like, what's the story? The guy, he's cursed to have to date 100 individual girls, but like he has to actually like pursue them legitimately. I forget like exactly what it was, but the thing that's like the kicker for the series that sets it apart from others is that they each of the girls that he dates is completely fleshed out. Like they have their own name, background, story, everything. So like the creators are not just throwing people on the page for him to date and
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah, it seems like a really interesting kind of like rom-com idea. And it's also like a somewhat of a harem type thing that's by two female creators, which is also interesting. Like it's not,
Mikito Nakamura and art by Yukiko Nozawa.
yeah, it's a woman writing and a woman drawing it.
It says pretty much what you just told everybody. Aijo Rentaro has asked 100 girls out and struck out every time. In desperation, he prays for guidance, only to be told by God that his rejections were due to a cosmic mishap. Now, this God will set things right by making sure Aijo gets 100 dates, except as things often go with gods, there's a catch. Each of his 100 dates is Aijo's destined soulmate. Worse, if he doesn't return their feelings, they'll all die in a horrible
That's it.
and hilarious accident.
That's what it was. I knew there was a one more catch to it that they would die, and that's why he has to date them all.
Interesting. I did not expect that at all. Cool.
So yes, I probably will be picking up volume one of the 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You.
Really, 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 really.
Really, really,
I
really,
kind of want to
really.
get it, honestly, myself and make a video on it just to play around with that title because it sounds so much fun. We'll see. Um, I'm a wolf, but my boss is a sheep, volume one. Eden's Zero, volume 15. I really enjoyed the anime, so I want to continue reading the manga for Eden Zero. Our Not So Lonely Planet Travel Guide, Volume 2. Hitomi chan is Shy with Strangers, Volume 3. The Masterful Cat is Depressed Again Today,
Oh,
Volume 3. Creepy Cat, two polar opposites. Wait a minute. The Masterful Cat is Depressed Again Today, and Creepy Cat, Volume 2 in color. Okay. Otherworldly Izakaya Nobu, Volume 10. Versus Fighting Story Volume 2 and Crueler Than Dead Volume 2. And if you want to count this, because it's a shorter month, Love and Lies Volume 11. And that is that. Lots of interesting titles. Again,
yeah.
not many heavy hitters compared to other months, but still
A lot of
some
omnibus volumes though.
lots of omnis and a box sets. If I were to recommend something personally, is that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I'm currently rereading it, so I plan on making like a full review of it because I have all of it that's been released of the main series, not the hundreds of spin-offs. But I'll talk about it on my channel, I guess. I would recommend that, and the really, 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 really awesome book that we talked about. That seems pretty fun. Get that. Um, what was the other one that we
Try out
talked
Kiruru Kill Me if you can pick up the first volume. Try that one out. It was fun.
about? Yeah. The Rumiko Takahashi stuff. I would recommend getting that collection of stories. I don't recommend. I know Golden Kamuy is great, but Volume 25. Get Volume 1. Don't get Volume 25 if you've never read it.
Apparently, the first like two volumes are hard to get right now. Like they've been out of print for a minute,
No.
which kind of sucks.
It is. And is that it? Yeah, that's about it. That's free. Well, how about you? What do you recommend folks get?
I mean the stuff that I got already that I was showing, the stuff that we like the Shonen Jump books. If you're into shonen fighting stuff, Chainsaw Man and JJK were both great. Um, I'm really excited about the next volume of Golden Kamuy. Deadpool Samurai, that was another one that's a volume one, like you said, the Rumiko Takahashi book. Trying to see what I ordered today, if anything. else was like a volume one. I'm trying to finish up my Takahashi collection, so I ordered a few volumes of Rini, which is like the only thing of hers that I'm not caught up on, basically. I only have 4 out of 40 volumes, so I ordered a few more. But yeah, those are my basic recommendations. Um, but I wanted to rant a little bit about One Piece box set 4.
Yeah, let's go. But before you do that, Lazy Bum, it's more like One Piece in space with fairy tale mixed in. But it's a lot of fun, so I do recommend it. Watch the show. It's on Netflix. I did enjoy it. Continue.
So every box set this ends kind of happily for me, honestly. Every box set comes with the bonus stuff, you know. Um, Typically double-sided little poster, and then a lot of the Viz Media box sets will come with like a miniature book. And the One Piece ones have like the best mini books because they're actually additional content. Like the first one is one of the Romance Dawn pilots before One Piece was actually serialized. And
Mhm.
then second one is, I believe the second one was the Cross Epoch and Taste of the Devil Fruit, which is like a Dragon Ball crossover and a Toriko crossover. So like two crossovers that had not been published physically elsewhere. And then the third one has Strong World, which is a chapter relating to the Strong World movie. So you get 3 chapters, 3 little books that contain additional material that's
Mhm.
not in the like volumes themselves, and you can only get them from the box set. So the fourth box set is coming, or it was coming, it is out now. And I'm like, oh man, like what do I do? Am I going to sell the volumes that I have to get the box set to get whatever the bonus thing is? And I waited because I was going to see if like I could find someone either selling it or like there's the comic shop in LA that I went to, like they don't sell the box sets, they buy them and then unpack them and sell the volumes individually. I was going to
Mm.
see if they would do that again and then give me whatever the bonus is. Um the bonus book is just a collection of the cover stories for what Jinbei was doing. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like it's just something that's already in the books, and I was like kind of upset, and I'm like, "Man, that's dumb." Like that's kind of a dumb. And I paused, and I'm like, I mean, it's not a bad idea to like have those cover stories together because it's kind of cool to be able to just experience them as a story itself.
Mhm. But
Um,
it's still double dipping.
Yeah, but I was like, it's something that I already have, and I feel like that it gave me the idea. I was like, they should just do a whole volume of like all of the cover stories. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
But I was pretty disappointed in that. And then I was like, well, I guess there's no reason for me to worry about getting it then because it's not content. I thought that it was going to be the Sanji Food Wars chapters. I thought
That'd be fun.
to be in there. And if that was the case, I was gonna be trying to get those. Um, so yeah, I thought that was coming out this month, and I wanted to kind of rant about it to like warn people
Yeah.
if they were in the same position as me, like having the singles but wanting the extra bonus book, just to know that it's not that substantial. Like other box sets come with various bonus items that are like um
Posters and
but like the booklet is like a little art booklet, a little whatever. So like
I'm
it's not
I think
anything.
box sets are a little bit overrated, honestly. I'm not talking about the dimensions, whatever, but I don't like that you make a big deal out of getting a huge box set, and all you're really getting is the cardboard thing to carry them or store them, and the little booklet. I think you could do something else if it's a box set, make it like super premium stuff. That's just my 2 cents about it.
At least like with a lot of the Viz ones, they're a nicer box that like closes and stuff like that. But at the same time, like I like having the books out on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even keep my box sets. Like I don't keep the boxes. I do have a few in the closet right now, but I don't usually hang on to them. The bonus items I will, like the whatever the bonus art book or whatever is, I'll hang on to that because that's cool.
Cleveland Brown, I was just getting to that. The Akira box set is solid. Now that's how you do a freaking box set, worth your money. But when you got like Assassination Classroom, that only has like a poster thing, right? Like an
Yeah,
extra poster inside. Come on, man. You know,
the
you're I don't know.
the Akira box set also is like the volumes themselves are like only available in the box set. Like the ones that are not are just the old
Mhm.
paperback editions. So the hardcovers are only available in that box set. The little like Akira Club book, I believe, is only available in there. It comes with a little patch and like whatever extras and stuff. Those are all original to the box set. I still don't care about the box. Like I display the books on my shelf by themselves, and I use the box for storage. But
Here's a
but
question: do you have the One Piece? I know this isn't the question from Ant Man, but do you have the One Piece Color Walks volumes?
no, I've been thinking about getting them, but I don't have them at this
Ant
time.
Man
So
says he thinks some of the extras were in those hardcovers. Oh, at
they're
one point I had them on my cart on an order I was going to place, but I didn't get it. But they look cool. James, did you both see the Kickstarter for Cat Shit 1 Omnibus by Motofumi Kobayashi? No, I have
no,
not
but
heard of that.
I like shit.
Cat Shit 1. What are we talking about? James, am I going to get in trouble by showing this? Oh, it's on Indiegogo and Kickstarter. I can show this. I assume this is not about cats. Excuse me. Antarctic Press. Motsufumi Kobayashi, Cat Shit 1. Is this about war? Yep. Mr. Kobayashi's story follows the exploit of three soldiers, Botaski, Perky, and Rats, depicted as anthro rabbits, who belong to a reconnaissance team called Cat Shit 1 and depicts the daily activities and dangers they face from Vietnam in the 60s to Grenada and Afghanistan in the 80s. Wow. 400 pages. Cat Shit 1 Omnibus. Interesting. Whoa, that's a thing. Okay. Had you heard of this before?
I don't think so. But you know, the other big news today was Bastard, the new anime.
Hell yeah.
Bastard is getting a new anime adaptation. It's going to be on Netflix this year. So feel about that as you will. Um, but I'm hoping that that means they'll go back and republish the manga because the only 19 out of the I don't remember how many volumes there were at the time that it was being published, but they discontinued it at 19. There are currently 27, but it's been on hiatus. The manga has, excuse me, for 12 years. So it has been a little while.
Oh yeah.
But
Bastard.
but I'm hoping that we'll see someone, whether it be Viz or someone else, pick up
Or Seven Seas.
again.
Watch it be Seven Seas.
You know, I really whoever wants to, I will give them my money happily because I have the first 2 volumes of the paperbacks, because I was able to get them pretty cheap, but the rest of the volumes, like, a lot of them are not that easy to get.
When you said it's going to be no, it's an anime.
It's an anime. It's
It's
like
going to be drawn by Liden Films.
they're the same team that did I believe the director did Goblin Slayer, um, which I didn't really care for the story, but the animation at least was good. And then the studio is the same one that did Berserk, but they also did Tokyo Revengers, and a bunch of other stuff that's a lot more notable. as far as quality goes.
Liden Films is very very hot and cold with your boy here because they make a lot of cool adaptations and a lot of crappy ones. For example, last year, this was wild. Last year they did Other Side Picnic, which was not that great. Suppose a kid from the Last Dungeon Boonies moved to a starter town, which was not that great. But then, oh, and they did Farewell, My Dear Kramer, which I thought was not that great. But then they gave us Tokyo Revengers, which was awesome. Cells at Work Code Black, which I thought was their best animated effort from 2021. And Hortensia Saga, but I didn't see that. And a bunch of other stuff. And in the past, they did the Blade of the Immortal anime from 2019. What was the other thing that they worked on? Killing Bites and Berserk, which we all know about that. So yeah, it depends on the director, honestly, and the team that works on it. They're also doing the Tokyo Revengers sequel next year, so we'll see.
All right, well, I gotta get going.
All right, so let's wrap things up, guys. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to all the people in the chat. You guys are awesome. I hope we answered most of the questions. If not, leave a comment in the video so I can get back to it. Thank you to everybody watching later. Let us know what are your favorite titles that are coming out this month that you plan on getting. And once again, thank you to our fabulous, wonderful sponsor making it happen. That's InStockTrades.com, your home for all things collected editions. All the manga that we talked about, you can get it at InStockTrades.com when they come out, man. Just head on over to their website and start ordering some books. And if not, you can get some manga from previous months. You can get some omnis that are already out, hardcovers, trade paperbacks, all that fun stuff. Up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts tack on an extra 2% to that. And if you order $50 or more in your order, you get free shipping. Fantastic customer service and wonderful packaging at InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibros Live. So shout out to our boys. Thank you, everybody. Algorithm time, folks. You know what to do. Hit the like button, share this video, all that fun stuff. Geo here from A Week in Geekdom. I do anime and manga content. You can follow me there. Subscribe if you can on YouTube. How about yourself, Omnibus Collector? Where can people find you?
YouTube, TikTok, Instagram as the Omnibus Collector, and Twitter as Omni Collector. I got my last packages in from my January hauls, so hopefully tomorrow I can film and upload my January haul video. And then if you're on TikTok, make sure you're following the Viz Media TikTok account, because you might see this mug on there in the next couple days.
Nice. Good job, man. And that's it. We'll be back next Monday for hauls, previews, reads. I still don't know if Jess will find the freaking sandwich. I'm still waiting on that, but we'll see what happens. So stay tuned for that. Thank you, everybody. Stay safe. Catch you guys on the next stream. Peace out. Read some manga and get the 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You, Volume 1.